Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing another round of trash talk. With me staying home a lot longer than I thought I ever would, I have a number of items that I have finished up. So we're gonna go ahead and start with my impress nails. So as you guys can see, I am not wearing impress nails or anything on my nails. This hasn't happened in at least a year. I have not taken a longer break beyond just like a couple of days, but I figured with me being home, it would be a good time to let my nails breathe. They are not attractive, so please forgive them and when you see them up close, but this is what we're dealing with. In the interim though, I have finished off a number of nails. First ones that I have are called Carol's Play. They basically had these like nice tan colored with some gold accent and then this more of like a red maroonish type of nail. I wore them two ways. I wore them with just the like tan with the gold and then I did one straight set with just this maroon color. I liked both of them. I don't know why they would consider this a holiday release. I wish they would have these year round because I do like the tones in here. So if it comes back around next year, I would grab these. I also have these ones called Harlem Shake. You're not gonna be able to see a whole lot from the nails, but it basically was a pink with a floral pattern. These are really pretty. I inherited these from my sister. She has different shaped nails where she can only find 10 that match her. So sometimes she'll think to save the box for me and then I typically can find 10 nails from it. So that's where I acquired this from. I've had my own box of these before. It's a really pretty, like really fun spring pattern that I oftentimes will buy once a year. I feel like I always see this in stores. It isn't like that difficult to find, so definitely would recommend these. I also have these ones called Boss Lady. Again, you're not gonna be able to see all the nails in here, so I'll show you what they look like. They had this really fun sort of like prismatic, like geometry kind of cut along the nail, and then they had a silver and this beautiful periwinkle color. I very much enjoyed these. These to me were really pretty and not super intense or in your face kind of design. Impress has recently come out with a line where they have no accent nail. They're all just straight one solid color, which I think is really nice. And I've resisted purchasing that collection because I am trying to just use up what I have. I've made really good progress. But back to these, I thought these were really beautiful. I like that this pattern, again, wasn't too in your face. Some of their nails are really loud and I don't consider these that loud, or at least they didn't seem that loud when I was wearing them. They go with a lot of the types of colors I typically wear. So I was a big fan of these. I would definitely repurchase them. I also have, I think I've gone through like 3 or 4 of these. These are called Gold Digger. They're basically a pink nail and then the accent nail has basically like a chromey finish over it. These are like one of the few chrome type nails that I would get because when it strips, it really doesn't strip in a way that is obvious or like really problematic, because the color underneath where it strips is the exact same as the other nails, and again it's just the one accent. I'm trying to still steer clear going forward of not buying any nail sets that have that type of chrome finish, but these ones are probably the most subtle problematic stripping I've had. I also have a Kiss brush-on nail glue. This is my favorite type of nail glue to use for applying Impress nails. I do have one Impress fail, which deep down I knew it was going to be a fail. It is the Impress Press-On Pedicure in Dumb Love, which looks like this. When they came out with these, I want to say like 2 years ago, I never leapt at the chance to try them, which maybe feels weird because I'm such a big Impress nail fan, but truthfully, I really enjoy getting pedicures. I don't just go in for like the pretty polish on my toes. I just love the whole effect. I find it's so relaxing to go in with a book and to read and just, I melt into the chair. Like I very much enjoy the experience. And so for that reason, I never was looking to try these. I also will admit I keep my toenails really short. I don't like long toenails. I don't like toenails scratching at me. Like I'm not a fan of that. So I sort of deep down knew these weren't gonna work for me. But there was a promotion, and what's weird about Impress is when they do promotions, you don't like have a say to not opt into it. So they were doing like some kind of promotion I didn't realize until I was checking out, where if you bought, I think it was 2 manicures, you got a free pedicure. I didn't even get to pick the design. They just like tossed one into my box. So I've had these probably since they first came out, and I've not felt inclined to want to use them. Well, in this state of not being able to leave my house and everything around me being closed, I haven't been able to get a pedicure. So I figured before I painted my own toes, why don't I give these a try? These were awful. They, one, are long, a lot longer than I typically keep my nails. And two, they just don't adhere very well. Like, they're relatively flat, and my toenails aren't, my like toenail beds aren't very flat. They have a curve to them, which I guess is not what they figured someone is going to have. So they just didn't fit very great. They were long. I ended up popping them off after a couple of days because I could not stand them. So I would not recommend these. If you have experience with these and you like them, feel free to leave it down below in the comments, because I am just not a supporter of these. And if I get a set accidentally like this again, I will just pass it on to somebody else who might like them, because it's not gonna be me. Next category that we have, relatively small, is my makeup. So the first thing I have is a makeup brush that we are saying goodbye to. This is the Estetica P12 brush, which I think just means powder brush. I loved this brush. I got it in a BoxyCharm, but immediately when I first got it, I knew that the handle and I think this is the ferrule, were loose, so I glued it, but over time the glue just gave way, and so I thought about replacing this, but this is like, I don't know, like a 30, I think it was like somewhere in the $32 or $34 mark, and I do not feel like this justifies that price point. Yeah, in a BoxyCharm, I'm good with it, but shelling out the bucks for it, I wasn't gonna do that. But I couldn't seem to find anything else comparable in my own brush collection. And so I had been scoring like Sephora, I didn't really see anything there. And I was about to purchase this when I was in Target and came across like a clearance Sonia Kashuk brush that seemed to have the same shape I was hoping, and I tried it out and I really like it. I think I paid like $9 for that, which is sort of where I'm comfortable with brushes. I'll pay like $10 to $15, but $30 mark, I pause. So I am gonna go ahead and say goodbye to this, and I don't know if I'd recommend these brushes because I haven't had this super long before I had to do my own damage control to it, and I definitely feel like a $30-esque brush should have better durability than this did. I've also used up the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. This is like my fourth or fifth one of these. I do have one more on my nightstand right now, and then I'm out of this potted version. I have like a tubed version, and then I'm down to like chapsticks. I definitely think that I would repurchase this. I really do like it, and I haven't come across anything else equitable to this that I feel like would warrant me not wanting to shell out the dollars for this. I don't care that it's in a pot. I know some people don't like that, but personally, I don't care. Keep it on my nightstand. I don't travel with this type of lip mask, and it feels really nice and juicy on my lips, which can't ask for more than that. We also have two items that I am decluttering that I actually decided to declutter after putting on my makeup today. The first one is from Model Co. It's the Blush Cheek Powder in Peach Bellini. This I got in, I want to say, an Ipsy. This color, when I see it, I'm really into it, and I think it's really pretty, and I don't mind that it has a little bit of shine to it, but whenever I go to apply it, I feel like it is difficult to blend. Like, I will try really hard to not get too much powder on my brush because this is a pretty intense color for my skin tone, and whenever I try to gently put some product on and put it on my cheeks, I feel like not very much color comes off. And then when I do a bigger dip and try to like gently blend it, it gets a little bit fussy. So for that reason, even though I do like the effect of it on my skin, I don't feel like it's worth the effort and the strategy that this requires when I have so many other beautiful blushes in my collection. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this. And then I have these Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in Moonlight. This is a sample. I think this was like a 100-point Sephora perk that I cashed in for. This stuff, same problem with blendability. I had the forethought to not just squeeze this onto my cheeks, so I put it onto my little plastic palette that I have from e.l.f., and I put a little bit on my fingertip, and then I patted it along my cheekbone, as you can see here, and then I grabbed a brush to try to blend it out. And this stuff, like, as soon as it touched my skin, it was like, that's it. It's just gonna be right there. And I feel like it maybe doesn't look that bad on camera because I have the beautiful ring light, but like it feels like a streak. Like it just feels like a streak of a highlight, and it's a little bit too intense for me. And the fact that I can't effectively blend it out, just, it's not worth it. I have so many, again, so many other yummy highlighters that I don't need to fuss with this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and pitch it. All right, we're now gonna move on to body skincare, all of that fun stuff. First thing I have is a hand soap, a non-Bath & Body Works hand soap. When I was like floating around in one of my Bath & Body Works Facebook groups, I saw someone post their excitement about a like hand soap dupe that they discovered at Walmart. And I will admit, there are candles, 3-wick candles. I don't know what brand they are, I don't remember offhand, that are packaged very similar to 3-wick Bath & Body Works candles, and for all intents and purposes they perform very similar if you can find, you know, coinciding scents to what Bath & Body Works has. So when they saw that they had these hand soaps, I was intrigued and I was at Walmart, so I picked one up. It's the brand, I think, Scent Theory, and the scent that I picked up, probably not gonna be surprised, was Garden Rose. And if you look at the packaging, like, it very much looks like a Bath & Body Works hand soap. The notes in here were rose petal, hibiscus tea, and rose water. I'm here to report though that the only similarity between Bath & Body Works and Scent Theory is that they have similar packaging. One, the scent of this really to me wasn't rose. This was just a floral scent. I feel like I am someone who is well versed on rose scents, and this just did not read rose. The second thing I noticed was that it was incredibly drying. I actually have, if you see on my hand here, my knuckles have split from all of the like intensive hand washing that I've been doing, and I feel like this just destroyed my hands more so than any Bath & Body Works hand soap ever has. And to be perfectly honest, when I consider the fact that I typically buy Bath & Body Works hand soaps during the like $2.95 special, which is what this ordinarily retails for, I'd rather just wait it out for Bath & Body Works. I wouldn't recommend these. If you've tried them, I'd be curious to know if you felt like they were super drying. I know some people say that Bath & Body Works hand soaps are incredibly drying. I don't find that to be true, but perhaps because I apply a lot of hand cream, but even with copious amounts of hand cream, this still was way too damaging to my hands. I also have a whip soap from Fortune Cookie Soap. It's called Wish Upon a Star, and it was a charcoal whip soap. For those of you that don't know, whip soaps can basically be used as shower gel, or they can be used for shaving cream, which is what I use this for. When I saw this on the website, I was just going for whatever was cheapest. It's kind of my mentality. And this charcoal one was on their Smell You Later page, which is typically the discounted items they're trying to get rid of. And I was intrigued by this because I thought like, oh, charcoal, my face responds really well to charcoal. I don't typically have a lot of like body acne or like that kind of breakout on my body skin, all skin, but like on my body. So I was like, oh, this will be like, I think, interesting, and I'll be curious to see if there are any like positive effects for having charcoal in this. Let me tell you, this thing and I, we're not fast friends. The biggest thing I had never thought of, but now I will pay very close attention to, is the fact that it was charcoal. I would notice that it would like cling to my like shower walls, and I have a white bathroom, so I would have to conscientiously like rinse down my shower, like my bottom tub, a little bit on the sides of my tub, anywhere that this maybe like sloughed off and didn't get taken down the drain, because otherwise it would stain and it would be a real pain. I've never experienced that or would never have thought about that prior to this, but now that I know that that's a thing, I will stay away from any of their whip soaps that are dark colored. I don't think I've had any other ones be anything but like a tan or a light color. I feel like this one was only dark because it was intentionally infused with charcoal, and I didn't see any more positive results from having charcoal in it than any other whip soap that I've used. So for all of those reasons, I'm very happy this is gone, and I would not get another one. Speaking of Fortune Cookie Soap, I also have 2 of their body washes. I have a little tiny sample, and then I have a travel size. This is called Destiny Islands, and then this one is Over Your Dead Body. They're fine. I personally don't love the texture of Fortune Cookie Soap body washes. I've also never been super in love with any of the scents that I've gotten. Same thing here. I only use these when I went to Maine to visit my parents. I kept this in the bathroom that I use when I'm up there, and I'm just happy that both of these are used up. I've got 2 of these Aquaphor Advanced Therapy Ointment Body Spray. These were like samples that I think Ben got when he went into CVS one time. They were giving like sample bags away, and he very cutely grabbed them for me. This is very much an advanced therapy. So I don't really love like super thick or almost oily feeling textures. I don't like them on my body. And I applied this because my skin had been feeling a little bit drier than usual. And so I was like, oh, this might be a good time to try these. This stuff was so thick. I like couldn't rub it in, and I felt like my skin couldn't absorb it. Like it just sort of sat on top of my skin. And that could be its purpose, because the longer it takes for your skin to absorb it, the less likely you are to feel dry for a prolonged period. But like, I just didn't like the texture of these, so I am going to ditch these. I have two mediocre hand creams that I have finished up. The first one that I have is the EOS one. This is the second one that I have used up. The hand cream in here is just okay. I really don't like this packaging. It becomes very hard to get product out once you get to like the last, I don't know, I guess third of it really, because it doesn't sit up. It is an awkward shape, so it starts to like rest on the side, and then you can't really effectively squeeze it. So for that reason, I wouldn't get this again. Plus the cream isn't that great anyways, so I'm happy it's gone. I also have this Clinique Happy Gelato cream for hands. This just came in like a little trio that I bought from Macy's. I think it was on Black Friday. It was like maybe $15 for a perfume, a hand cream, and a little like tub of body lotion. The hand cream was not the selling point for me in that little scenario. The scent of this is lovely, and it is better than the EOS, but it's not moisturizing enough for me to justify what I'm sure this would cost on its own. It really is more of a like pleasurable scent than anything else. The hand cream, like I have it on right now. I applied it once more and it feels fine, but I can already feel my hands starting to get dry again. So I just don't feel like this is really helpful for intense, really dried out type of hands. And for me, I'm somebody who wants a really hydrating hand cream, and this just ain't it. Continuing on with creams, I have the Malin & Getz Ingrown Hair Cream. This stuff is great. It is super expensive. I've been exploring trying to find a cheaper alternative to this because you only get 0.5 fluid ounces, and I think it's like $20 for it. Plus it can go out of stock sometimes, and then it's out of stock for a while. So I'm looking to see if I can find other things, but it is a holy grail. It has saved me in so many ways. I have a vitamin C serum from Ole Henriksen. It's the Truth Serum in this little bottle, which lasted me surprisingly a very long time. I don't love the scent of this. It's like a creamy orange, which I just don't like it. I feel like it's overly fragranced, and maybe I'm lying to myself, but to me, the fragrance lingers, and I don't love that scent. And I'm very much an aesthetic person when it comes to face stuff. If it has a medicinal or an off-putting scent to me, it really makes me not want to purchase it, because I feel like there are so many skincare options out there that why put up with something that I don't love 100%. So this is a decent sample. It's a fine serum. From what I understand about vitamin C, this type of packaging isn't ideal, so I'm a little bit hesitant to want to purchase a full size regardless. And I'm not sure, much like toner, if vitamin C is really having an impact on my skin. I don't know, I'm just not sold on the experience. Not gonna buy this. I have a couple of mask items. I have the last of my Sephora eye masks. This is the Avocado. This is the Nourishing and Repairing. It's a fine experience. I personally don't feel like I need under eye masks. Interestingly, even though I have very dry under eyes, I don't see a lot of benefits to using eye patches compared to just using a really good eye cream. So wouldn't buy any more of these. I also have from KNC Beauty the All Natural Collagen Infused Lip Mask. Much like lip scrubs, I am not a big like lip mask person. I have this like weird pocket of non-traditional face masks in my sheet mask collection, where I have like a couple of butt masks. Yeah, I got a few of these. I have like hand and foot masks, and these I know I got in a BoxyCharm a while ago. I have one more. These have just lingered around because I so infrequently am thinking like, oh, let me get a lip mask. So I put this on, but my biggest struggle with this, and I don't know if this is true of any other lip masks, I have not tried any other ones, is the lips are like probably the size of what you see here, and that is like a huge piece of my face. And when I was sitting up, because that's what I do, I sit in bed and I read or do something with a mask on, it didn't adhere very well, so it kept slipping. I don't know, I just didn't feel like this was great. Definitely wouldn't buy it. I have this Fresh Sugar Strawberry Exfoliating Face Wash. It was fine, nothing super great. I feel like Fresh products are a little bit overpriced for what they are, and this didn't wow me. I also have the Peace Out Acne 10 Acne Healing Dots. I have had these for a while. I was swearing by these for a really long time, and then my skin very nicely cleared up, and I hadn't had to use these. As you guys know, if you've watched some of my other videos recently, I have been struggling with like a little bit of acne, just like 2 acne pimples actually right along my cheek area. I think I figured out what it was, but when I was working with those, I was trying to clear them up with these. I think these are very effective. CVS, I think it was last spring, CVS had like their own cheaper version of them that I purchased that I think work just as well as these. So I don't necessarily know if I need this exact brand, but I am also curious about the Zit Sticka ones, the ones that are supposed to like micro needle into your actual pimple, but I haven't justified purchasing those because I just don't experience acne. Fortunately, I don't experience acne enough anymore, but I feel like the ones I bought from CVS that were half the price of these work just as well. Rounding off this category, I have from Fortune Cookie Soap the Miss Popular Fortune Cookie Soap soap. I love the scent of this. This I got in a Get What You Get box. I haven't had one of these fortune cookie shaped soaps in a really long time. I'm pretty sure they're meant to be like hand soaps, but I use them as full body soaps. They go so fast, so I probably wouldn't purchase them on its own, but when it's added to a box, I don't mind them at all because they are good bar soaps. I'm pretty sure this one had a lilac note in it. I don't know for certain, but it was very intense and I very much enjoyed it. Final category is wax. I got a lot of it. With us being home so much, I have been going through quite a bit of my stash, which is great because I need to make a very large dent on my wax cubes especially. So I have 2 clams. I have one from Better Homes and Gardens called First Woodland Frost. This was really like a cologne, like soft cologne and pine scent. It was nice. I enjoyed it. I'm at a point where I am very much over balsam fir, which it takes me a long time to get to that. I have a pretty high threshold for the amount of balsam fir in my life, but I was looking for like a break, but I also wanted to still work on some of my older winter wax. This was nice. I was using initially 2 cubes, and then as that would die off, I'd bring in a 3rd cube, then I would dump it, and I would start with 2 and then do a 3rd one again. It's kind of my routine with the Better Homes and Sensationals wax clams. This was nice. Like I said, it lasted a pretty decent amount of time. I am finding that I'm starting to come across some of my older ones and the longevity is starting to be impacted, which is why I want to get them used up. I would purchase this one again. I don't think it's super special, but it is a good, enjoyable, generic scent. I also have this one called Crystal Healing. It is an Aura of Sun Kiss Citrus from Sensationals. This one, oh God, it's like citrus men's cologne. I like this one a lot. It is very perfumey. I wish, because I'm so bad at scent description, that they would include more of the actual scent notes in here. This one was gorgeous. Again, I went with the same style of doing 2 and then a 3rd one to sort of reignite the wax. I was able to go through this in a couple of days. So we're talking like, I think 16 hours between those 2 days that I had melted these, which I think is a pretty long time for just like the $2 mark that these typically retail for. Would happily buy this scent again, but I am on a stringent no wax melting ban until I really make a huge dent in what I have. I also was going for some of the packaged cubes that I have here. I have a few from Rainbow Melts. There's not like a real rhyme or reason to where I pull things. I try to just pick up scents that I'm in the mood for. So 2 that I have from Rainbow Melts, I have Caramel Cinnamon Glazed Baklava. This basically just came across as a like general bakery scent. I liked it. Nothing like super amazing, so distinctive and different, but it did the job. Then I have Beach Holiday, which is Ocean Mist, Mango, Papaya, and Guava. This one was definitely like a fruity Christmas like scent. I enjoyed it. Again, nothing super distinctive and different, but it was just like a nice palette cleanse coming off of my really intense balsam fir that I've been loving. I also have a couple from Waxmosphere. I have Partridge in a Pear Tree, which was fresh, fruity pearberry. It was okay. I feel like these Waxmosphere ones haven't lasted super well. I haven't had them for like a freakishly long time, so I'm just surprised that the longevity isn't there. This scent was just okay, that the pear wasn't as dominant as I wanted it to be. It was more of just like a fruity blend. And then there is the 11 Pipers Piping, which is a fabulously festive wintry balsam pine. You'll notice that there is wax in here because Ben banned me from melting the rest of this. He felt like this smelled like baby wipes, which When I smell it on cold, and that's been pointed out to me, I can pick up on that vibe. And so after I like got it all warmed up, he was like, that's disgusting. Stop melting this one. So I agree. I'm going to go ahead and pitch it. I have one from Dessa's Homespun Scents, which was October. Again, like a classic fall, spicy type of scent. Nothing too special. It didn't last me very long. I really want to make a concerted effort to focus on a lot of the fall sampler type of scents from Dessa's that I have. I feel like the longevity of them is dying off really fast compared to when I first got them. So I'm going to try to work on those a bit more while we're home. And then I also have this one from Nancy's Wax Creation. It was Pumpkin Pecan Waffles. It was okay. Really short smell life on this. Like it would really smell okay for the first couple of hours and then it would die off. So I wouldn't buy this wax again. Few candles to round us out here. First, I have a quart of candles burner, which was raspberry patchouli, mint leaves. Oh look, she had no scent. Yes, she came from Owl Crate. I also have another Owl Crate fail, which was the Novelty Yours candle in Mount Ruin, which was fire, cinnamon, and chai. This would extinguish itself upon lighting, so that's no good. Gonna go ahead and throw it away. I have one of my favorites from DW Home. It is Calming Waves. It is one of their pushed down 3 wicks. These to me are the best performing candles that they have in their line. I love this scent. I feel like I burned through it way quicker though, faster than the 26 hours that they claim, and I had a little bit of sooting, but I can forgive it because I love the scent so much. The last candle that I have is from Yankee Candle. It's cypress and cinnamon, which basically was just a balsam fir. This was pretty lightly scented in regards to scent throw, and it had a pretty sooty burn. What else is new with the Yankee Candle? I got this in a Yankee swap, which is how I ended up with it because I really don't buy their candles anymore, but we burned through it and it was sort of the reason why I was done with balsam fir because this lasted for a really long time. All right, guys, that was a lot of trash talk. I'm going to try not to let it pile up again in the future, so you might be seeing these a bit more frequently than usual, but I hope that you are trying to stay sane during these crazy times. I appreciate you spending some of your day with me, and I'll talk to you in my next video real soon.